Good morning, year 5. How are you all? Hope you're doing well. Now, in our science lesson, as in the last week also we were discussing about reversible and irreversible changes. Today we will investigate chemical changes and physical changes that are caused due to heating. Now, in the last lesson, in the last week, we saw the chemical changes are the difference between physical and chemical changes. Physical change, no new substances formed. Chemical change, new substances are formed. It is chemical changes are irreversible, physical changes are sometimes reversible. So, today we are going to investigate how heat is causing the physical and chemical changes. So, at the end of the lesson, you will be able to describe physical and chemical changes caused due to heating, and you'll be able to give some examples of the changes. Both physical and chemical which are caused by heating, and the ACP and the VA that I think we are going to use is ACP is analyzing critical thinking, because I thought you're going to identify different questions and you are going to clarify your doubt and deepen your understanding. So, and agile and creative is the VA that we will be using, because you're asking questions about your own learning and you're seeking ways to find out your own answer. So here is some examples of physical and chemical changes or reversible and irreversible changes that we discussed. Like physical change, no new substances formed, and it is no it's and in a chemical change, new substances form, and it cannot be reverted back. So like here are some examples: burning of wood, rotting of banana, fireworks. These are some examples of a chemical change, whereas mixing of gray and green marbles, chopping, melting, shredding paper, these are examples of physical change. So now this activity on this slide is if you're doing on a Neopod. So if you are on Teams, we will do this on Neopod. All you have to do is to find out some in your house, anything that you can change. Like for example, I have a paper. Now I fold this, and this is a physical change, and it is reversible because folding paper is a reversible change, because no new substances form. So in this way, you have to take something around in your house and give an example with, and give us like explain why do you think it is reversible, or something if it is irreversible, why do you think it is irreversible. So don't do it in your copybook. If you're on Neopod, we are doing it there, so don't worry if you're not. Then this is a video of uh, a change that is happening due to heating. Now, our learning objective is to see how heat causes the change. So, you don't have to try it out. You can watch the video and see what happens when plastic is burned. Okay, so watch this video, and then okay, you can watch this video later. Now we will go to the next slide here. Yeah, after watching the video, you will write in the video, I want you to write some of the changes here. The slide is this one. Okay, what happened when things are burned, like bits of plastic you saw in the video? What do you think will happen when fabric is burned, when coal is burned, or when paper is burned? Now, these questions again, if you are on Nearpod, we are doing it on Nearpod. If you're not on Teams and are not with me on Teams, you don't have to do this in your copybook, because it is your workbook, CGP workbook, page 28 and 29. You have these questions. So if you are on Teams, we are doing it on Nearpod, and then we do it on workbook. If you're not coming on Teams, I want you to finish the workbook pages 27, 28, and 29 for today. Okay, so like for example, when plastic is heated, it melts, small amount of ash is produced, smell is there, fabric, small flame. So, and these are chemical changes due to heating. Now, there are some physical changes due to heating, like if I am heating water. Okay, when I heat the water molecules get a lot of energy and they start moving fast, and then uh, they change into gas. Now that type of a change is a reversible change, as we all already know it. So sometimes heat causes a reversible change, sometimes the heat may cause a physical change. Sometimes it may cause a chemical change, I'm sorry, and sometimes it may cause a physical change. Like if ice is melting, if ice cream is melting, if you're melting something, it's a physical change caused due to heat. Whereas if you're burning, like here the examples, bits of paper, plastic, fabric, coal, paper, when you're burning it, this is a chemical change which is caused due to heat, because new substances are formed and it cannot be reverted back. Whereas in the examples of changes by heat in melting of ice or melting of ice cream is a reversible physical change caused by heat, because we know that when the molecules heat up, they get a lot of energy and they break their bonds and they start moving around. So solid changes to liquid and then liquid changes to gas. So that is the lesson today. Now you have to complete your CGP workbook, pages 27, 28, and 29. If you are not coming on Teams, listen to my video and go through the presentation and then do your workbook. It will help you to, my explanation will help you to do the workbook, pages 27, 28, and 29. That's a lesson for today. Have a nice day. Bye bye. Take care.